Chapter 2. She hugged her knees to her chest and dug up soft dirt with her toes between the grass. Her lips gently rested on one knee, and from time to time she would purse them, and then nibble softly at her skin. She tasted of water and a bit of copper. Scowling, she lay her cheek down on her knee and eyed the human next to her. His breath came in regular bursts now, and he was close to waking. Still, she had not decided. She knew only one thing. She would not kill him. The lake had healed him, and even if she did not understand why, it would be a waste of energy if she took his life now. Maybe he would just wake up and leave. That would be for the best. Extending one leg, she prodded him with her foot. He felt strange, warm. Rolling her eyes at her own curiosity, she gave up and crouched over him. She had not seen a human this close before. Had not touched one. Not for a very long time. So long, in fact, that she could not remember clearly. His dark shirt was bloody and wet. Where were the buttons? Were there not supposed to be buttons? She found none. The fabric clung to his body like a second skin, and she nudged his chest with a finger. She looked down her own. She had thought men had no breasts whatsoever, that there was only bones and skin, but his rose subtly from his chest. She prodded him again. It felt like nothing more than an extra layer of muscle. The soft but firm muscles covered most of him. His stomach was littered with them. She poked at her own. It was flat and smooth. Picking up his shirt, she took a glance underneath. Snorting, she let it fall again immediately. He had hair on his stomach. Not much, only a line from his belly button downwards. It still reminded her of a furry animal. And what was that? His arms were as broad as her thighs, his hands twice as big as hers at least. She hadn't known humans were this big. She lay down next to him and frowned. If he were to stand, she would come up to his chest with the top of her head. She sat up again and took him in with a long, hard look. He was huge compared to her, and she had seen even bigger ones. Pursing her lips, she reached for the mop of brown, disheveled hair that covered his face. Revealing it, she tilted her head to the side. His features were even. His nose was straight and his lips curved delicately. The lower one was fuller. His eyebrows were a shade darker than his hair, and he had stubble across his chin and across his mouth. She reached out and stroked a finger over it. It was rough and scratchy. A smile nudged at her lips. There was nothing rough or scratchy on her own body, and she knew from the mirror image of her face on the lake that he had more hard edges to his face than she did. Curious. She had known that she differed from them, but she hadn't known how much. Wriggling her toes, she wondered if he had 10 as well. If he had any at all. What would he look like under those clothes? Scowling, she drew up her knees again. It did no good musing about it. As soon as he woke, he would leave. She had plenty to occupy herself with. She didn't need to be distracted. Thinking of which, she spied a mouse in the grass. Smiling, she watched as its nose twitched and twisted, making the whiskers vibrate, while the hairy little ears were pressed back against its fur. One scuttle at a time, it worked its way around, sniffing out food and listening for enemies. Its little heart fluttered with awareness as the tiny paws made next to no sound on the silvery grass. A bug buzzed by, twirling in awkward circles before falling down onto the ground with a soft plop. She giggled. Bugs always seemed to have no idea where they were going, and they had a rather peculiar way of getting there. Breathing in the scent of earth, wet grass, flowers, and the water, she flopped down on her back. She twirled a strand of her hair with one finger as she watched the moon. It was in the middle of the sky now and much smaller than it had been. The light still felt like a caress, a cold one, but she liked it. She liked the way it made everything look different. Magical. Her skin, the lake, the forest. She loved how her wet skin would glow and twinkle when she swam. She sighed and eyed the water longingly. Then she scowled at the man. When would he wake?